Do you work with your spouse or partner or husband or wife or significant other? Or maybe you're thinking about getting them involved in the business and you've either had some issues or you've got some concerns that it may not be a great idea. Hey, Tony from Profitable Tradie. We work with trade business owners to help them make more money, to improve their systems and to have some more fun owning your business. Now, having your partner, your spouse or significant other involved in your business is a pretty normal thing these days when you're running a trade business, and it can work fantastically well. Also, can be a bit of a nightmare. And I want to point out 4 key tips that I've seen work for our members really well to make it a win-win for everyone. Now, first thing, and I think this is often underestimated, is does your partner actually have the time to be involved? Do they have the time? Now, often, and not always, but often, it's the wife who's looking after the children and also thinking about getting involved in the business. The trick here is running a family is incredibly busy and it's very time consuming, and let's be honest, your children, they've got to come first. So times like school holidays or there's emergencies or sickness or whatever it is, family's got to come first, and that can put a tremendous strain on the job situation because things just don't get done because frankly you're struggling to find the time, and it creates a lose-lose situation really where the partner who's at home feels guilty and pulled in a number of different directions. They feel like they're letting the business down, but if they stay at business and bring the kids along when they're sick, they feel like they're letting the kids down, and it's not a fun place to be. And also, the partner who's in the business full-time feels let down and undervalued and perhaps unappreciated for the work they're doing. So that's one thing. Do you actually have the time? And you need to be really realistic about that. Number 2, do you have the skill set? So it's important that you have the skills necessary to do the job. If you don't, it's going to create lots of challenges and frustration. So think about, do you have the skill set? Next one, third, is do you have clear roles and responsibilities? Now this just doesn't apply to husbands and wives and partners, it applies to all staff. But it's absolutely critical that you have clear job descriptions in the business, particularly for partners, so that there's clarity around who needs to do what. We don't want things falling through the cracks or people pointing at each other because they thought that it was covered. Just get some clear job descriptions so you know up front, treat it like a business, it's all clear who needs to do what. Fourthly, and probably most important, do you like it? Do you actually want to do it? Is it something you really want to do? Because if you're not passionate about it, if you really don't care and you're doing it under sufferance, it's not a great idea. You won't be able to give it your best and it'll put a strain on your relationship, which is not what we want. We want it to actually be a good thing. And I'll tell you, if you get those 4 things right, it can be a fantastic thing for your relationship. It can actually be a way to build the relationship you have with each other because you're working on a common goal, building something that's really valuable for yourselves and your family, and I think it can work fantastically well. Now team, if you know someone who's in a trade business, own a trade business, maybe it's your partner even, and you're struggling or they're struggling with how to set up the husband, wife, significant other sort of working in the business, then just tag them in this and share it with them. Hopefully it'll give them some inspiration and 4 key ways that you can make that work well, so it's going to be really valuable, something that gives you energy in life as well as good for the business.